Well, it's done. I finally did it. Completionist. Also, I did it a month ago. Oops. You get a little busy sometimes. I'm going to talk about my strategies and how I made this grind painless as possible, and what I think netted the best possible chances for success on each run. For those who don't know, completionist means everything unlocked, all challenges done, each deck beaten on the hardest difficulty, and beating the hardest difficulty with every joker, which gives them a gold sticker. There's 150 jokers. Most runs you'll probably run with maybe like 5 to 6 jokers at the end, and a lot of jokers are just dog shit. When I finished beating all the decks, I had about 40 jokers with gold stickers. That's only a quarter of the way there, which means I still had 110 jokers to go.
I hurt myself today.
It was quite the ride. One of the most time-consuming achievements I've ever done. If you asked me why I bothered to go for it, I couldn't really tell you. Maybe a combination of nothing else to really play and
crushing depression.
I finished with about 350 hours played, but I'd say a good amount of that time was just balatro sitting in the background while I was playing other games.
I think it's green. Help me! Don't look at it!
Let's say the actual number is around probably 250, 260, something like that. These are my most used jokers. It's pretty accurate for most of my gold sticker runs with the exception of Fortune Teller. I never really used it. I think it just scales way too slow. I tackled this achievement with 2 kinds of runs, and they all use the Ghost deck. The Ghost deck gives you a free hex card at the beginning of the game, which allows you to take common dirt jokers and last a little longer than usual, which is key for most gold stake runs. The longer you can last, the more chances for your run to get some legs and make it to the end. That said, even with Hex, there's gonna be plenty of runs that end at Ante 2 or 3 through bad luck with rental jokers or perishable jokers. And with Eternals being around, the Ghost deck also helps with more access to copying jokers with Onks. I've had a good amount of runs start with a Hex to Joker and next shop having an Onk, and it's nice when it happens, assuming it's a good joker to copy. So there's 2 kinds of runs. The main kind is you just grab OP jokers that you know and love, and near the end you just pick up 2 to 3 jokers to tag along right at the finish line. And the other, while less successful, is branching out and doing more unique builds with the help of the Ghost deck. I've never been a big fan of the scaling jokers like Flashcard, Ride the Bus, or Green Joker. I was also never a big fan of money builds or 2-pair builds. But with the use of Hex and just rolling with the punches while also having to get stickers on these jokers, I gained a new appreciation for these styles of play. While I'll never really change my go-to favorites, I probably had more fun exploring different playstyles to attain the gold stickers. And I would definitely consider switching up your style while grinding this achievement to make it slightly less painful. The tag-along strategy is probably your best bet at getting through most jokers, especially if there are jokers you never plan on using and never want to, like Erosion. It's absolutely terrible. Good lord, man. And out of all my tag-along runs, I think I only had to reset 3 to 5 times right before the final boss because I wasn't able to fish for a joker that I needed.
You missed that one. Try another.
It's the most solid strategy and lets you keep some of that brain juice while going for a completionist. It's a long achievement, and grinding for it non-stop definitely puts you in some delirious states. I'm gonna lose. While playing, I subconsciously figured out how to maximize Ante 1. If you're playing the Ghost deck in the right hands, you can finish round 1 and 2 in a single hand. Getting these rounds in one hand helps your economy and lets you start to gain momentum. Round 1, you want to play either high full house, a high straight, or a high flush.
Amazing.
For flushes or full houses, you want to value above 74 chips. For high full houses, you're usually looking for the 3-pair to be an 8, 9, or higher, and avoiding the pair to be a 2, 3, or 4, just to be safe. For straights, you're either playing ace to 10, king to 9, or queen to 8. Anything lower than these combinations won't net you a one-hand turn on round 1. Now, assuming you hit a joker that does nothing and then hexed it, you follow the same formula for round 2 and you'll get through with a single hand as well. Of course, this isn't I missed the one shot on round 1 or 2 and it's Joe over.
Oh no.
I had plenty of runs where I had to use 2 to 3 hands per round on Ante 1 and still pulled out a victory. So what's the most common way I cruise through most gold runs? Well, it's Hanging Chad and Photograph. It's a ×8 combo for playing a face card.
Hi, how are you?
Most of the time I was either playing high card, pair, or 3 of a kind, something simple and that's easy to fish for. And you scale it primarily with planets and card enhancement. The 8 times effect happens before any other jokers can apply their multi, so the better the base multi is on your hand you're playing, the more value you get from this combo. The easy and cheap way to go about getting good enhancement cards for the combo is using the Empress Tarot. The other way is trying to get lucky and hit a decent enhanced card from a booster pack.
Oh!
Run with whichever you hit first and start copying it or upgrading it. Red seals and blue seals go hard in this comp, and this is why I love pair builds. The bigger the hand size, the more modifiers and room for flexibility, and while playing pair builds, you get extra room for these modifiers.
We do aerobics in here. So many activities.
With the change to blue seals always giving you the planet for the hand you use to win a round, having a couple of blue seals in the deck helps you scale pretty fast. And throwing steel on these blue seals or red seals in your hand further helps the crazy scaling that Hanging Chad and Photograph provide while playing pairs or high card. Hitting a Showman Joker and getting multiples of Hanging Chad or Photograph, or using a Blueprint or a Brainstorm just further pushes the scaling for such an easy combo. The kicker for this combo is the 2 jokers are common, so you could pull these out with Riffraff.
Goal is to blow up and then act like I don't know nobody.
Riffraff already has great value for high stake runs where you might be stuck in a hard spot because all the jokers available have either been rentals or perishables. Everything Riffraff spits out will avoid these debuffs, and you can even hit enhancements or negatives, if you're lucky enough. I think I've done it maybe like a handful of times. These jokers are a no-brainer for any run, and even if you don't want to commit to them completely, they'll stabilize you long enough for you to transition to other joker combos at least. Of course, the downside to running the combo will always be the plant boss. Anything that debuffs face cards will pretty much end your run if you're solely relying on the Hanging Chad and Photograph. If you're going to commit to it, having a Luchador on deck, maybe rolling a...
Video. Well, right now I will show how to pronounce this word. The word you are watching sounds like chicket.
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 Chicket. Yeah, that. Or picking up Director's Cut voucher is a necessity. Or, living dangerously and praying for no plant boss.
I also like to live dangerously.
The mark can also give you a bit of trouble if you're not confident in your deck and haven't copied enough of one of the face cards, but all this leads to my next point, really. Hanging Chad and Photograph are probably overbalanced.
No. Wait.
The fact that they can pop out of Riffraff, that they're common, and the odds of them showing up in the shop is pretty high. These 2 cards hold significant power over the other common jokers. Most common jokers either add a flat multi or scale upwards, with the exception of Cavendish. There's no other combo of common jokers that scale as well as these do. The scaling jokers could give them a run for their money, or a swashbuckler and egg combo pair, but nothing comes close to an easy ×8 multiplier. Yes, there are risks with playing face cards because of the plant, but that's really the only thing you have to dodge. Changing Hanging Chad to uncommon is my preference, a small change that doesn't really remove the possibility of ever hitting the combo. The fact is, Hanging Chad is just really good. Double retrigger on a card of your choosing is excellent, especially if it's enhanced and lucky. The Joker doesn't even need to fit in with Photograph. It fits with any build that is going to run nice enhanced cards, which is why I think it deserves an uncommon rarity over the Photograph.
I'll just play.
Don't nerf it. It's fun to play. For most runs though, regardless of what kind of hand you're going to play or what jokers you have, I always recommend leaning on lucky cards and blue seals. Especially with the Mime Joker, blue seals have never felt so good. And never pass on an early economy Joker. I sure don't. Golden Joker is always a staple in most of my builds, even from the beginning when I was still playing White Stake and losing. While I'd love to pick up better economy Jokers like Cloud9, Golden Joker is just simple. It's common, easy to find, and doesn't require anything specific from your deck or the planets you've used. Alright, my personal strides with this achievement and something I think other completionists run into is a lot of it is just luck. When you only have a handful of Jokers left, it feels impossible to search through the shop for those select few. This is where the tag-along strategy started to fail a bit, getting a good run, hitting Ante 7, and now tasked with rolling my economy away.
You missed that one. Try another.
Hack and the Baron were part of my last 5 Jokers to finish the achievement, and it's because of 2 reasons. I hit both of these Jokers plenty in Ante 1, but they're pretty terrible in the early game. They only shine in the mid to late game, and of course they were nowhere to be seen in the shop when I finally got a good run. But it's all luck based. I'm pretty sure plenty of people are the opposite, and Baron was one of their first Jokers completed. The other biggest issue is just burnout. I managed to keep my sanity by watching through the entire series of
Dr. House. I don't think we've met.
Dr. Jamie Conway. I've heard your name.
Most people have. It's also a noun.
I love this game, and I played a lot in the beta and almost didn't buy the release because I felt like I experienced the entire game already. But my girlfriend pushed me to get it, and I'm glad I listened. While my time played for balatro has significantly dropped after getting the achievement, like playing a few times each day, to now playing maybe 1 run a week, I can look back and appreciate it for what it is. Also, doing this huge grind has felt like being stuck in the hyperbolic time chamber. It's bizarre to look back and see my failures on the lower stakes. This game feels completely different now that I've only been playing on the hardest difficulty, and the white stakes feel like just a fun stroll through the park. Anyways, appreciate you sticking around till the end. Hopefully it'll help those who are trying to go for this achievement, or if you just enjoyed listening to my journey. As they say. Bye.